Hey everyone. So another 5 months have passed. I think I estimated that perfectly. And this will be the second video in my Star Wars miniature helmet collection. I'll put links to the previous videos in the description and at the end of this video. This is the second video, there's also the first video and the prologue video I did. We've got some awesome helmets again, and this series today of 9 helmets will show you guys just how much you can draw from the Star Wars universe. There's some awesome helmets, so let's dive straight into this. Okay, I want to start by doing a little comparison because this is my favorite helmet from the first series, the TIE Fighter pilot. But one helmet today, and I hate it when I do that in collections, had a completely different size for the box. So the helmet, the first one of the new series here, is the Royal Guard helmet. I love these helmets, but look at the size of this box. It is twice as high as overkill, but it almost comes down to twice as big. It is a lot bigger than it should be and than it needs to be, because this helmet, I looked at it, look how low the TIE Fighter helmet is. This helmet can still go lower and it would have fit in a box this size. I hate it when collections do this. But let's just continue on. This is like a mini rant. So here we have the Royal Guard. A lot of people give the first trilogy, the second trilogy I should say, a lot of hate and a lot more than it deserves in my opinion. Because it had some great elements. Yeah, it had some annoying moments, but they were great movies, and this helmet is extremely representative to me of that trilogy. It is such an awesome helmet and it's so damn imposing. It's extremely simple, as you can see. There's not a lot to it, but they look so damn cool. They always remind me of G.I. Joe for some reason, which is nothing I used to watch as a kid, but it still does. The Royal Guard helmet. Like, there's not a lot to say on this one. It's very self-explanatory. They call it Royal Guard. I think some people refer to them as Imperial Guards or Emperor Guards. Very cool helmet. Just very annoying that the size of this box is uselessly different. On to the next. This one is also really cool. The Imperial Gunner. This one always makes me think of Spaceballs for some reason, I don't know why. I think the Imperial Gunner first appeared in the 5th movie. See like the nice details there, I love this shape. It just looks so menacing. Like again, the nice little details here on the side. Got the logo on the front, and little antenna details. The Imperial Gunner, very cool helmet. Next up, we have Bush, one of my favorites of this second series, and one that is always up for debate. Because a lot of people always debate on how to pronounce the name. Personally, I say Bush. I think some people say like Bausch, or some people don't even pronounce the H. I'll just go with Bush. So this one is so fucking awesome. You can see again all the damage to the helmet. Like the visor is nicely shiny, reflective. All the great details here on the side. There's so many details on this helmet. Once again, all the damage, all the little patterns and the mechanisms and all that. always loved this helmet. It is such a cool helmet. Just look at that. The details on this one are truly fucking amazing. Like I said, shiny, shiny. I used to think that this actually was the visor. I might have even pointed to that in the beginning, but as you can see, the visor is clearly down here. But as a kid, because I used to think this was the visor, I used to think it was a droid. And then to me it made sense when Leia took the mask off, because I think that's the first time you see it in the movie. I never knew before that there was an actual person in it, and that makes it obvious that this can be like the visor. Nonetheless, the details on here, there you go, for the mouthpiece, are amazing. I love this helmet. It's one of my favorite of this series. I call it series, but this is one giant series, but this is the second video in the series. That's why I refer to it as the second series. This is easier for myself. Let's move on. Next up, Commander Bakara. It's a very standard looking helmet, like the troopers. They often resemble each other a lot, these types of helmets. Nonetheless, the details on this are amazing, and I really love the way this stands out of the helmet. It really gives it its own unique flair. Once again, there's a lot of damage everywhere. The details on the back here. Love how reflective the visors always are. And a little antenna. Not a lot more to say about this one. Then we got Django Fat, which is basically just a really clean, shiny version of Boba Fett, obviously. But once again, the nice details on there. It's very nicely shiny, this helmet. The details here, the indentation. Django Fat. Next up, the 501st Legion helmet. Also a pretty cool one. And once again, in the same vibe as Commander Bakara's helmet. It has some nice details on top as well of the damage and the worn. Nice textures everywhere, even here it's textured. It's a very cool helmet. Then we got the clone pilot. This one has some very cool features. Like for one, it has the tubes on the side here. The tubes and the rubbery, and they go all the way into the back of the helmet here. Some very cool details on this one. It has different textures all around. It's very smooth here, but it's a bit more rough down here. The logos clone pilot. Very cool helmet. The final two, we have Anakin's pod racer helmet. This is what I mean where it shows you just how random this one gets. Now this one does not incline, it is not retractable or anything. Well, it might be. Like here, there's a little thingy there. I don't feel like trying it. Maybe I'll look it up online. I do not want to break it. These are collectibles and they're very fragile. But you can see the glass here and the visor and the goggles. They're very cool. The details here on the side, very nice, as well as on top. So many people hate on the original movie, the very first movie in the series, not that they made, episode 1. Personally, I really like episode 1. It shows you a lot of the world, a lot of creatures, and the pod races. I personally really liked the pod racing. It had that perfect Star Wars vibe to me. I really liked that. Once again, on the top there for the details. Very cool helmet. I feel the original trilogy, the episode 1, 2 and 3 get a lot of hatred just for episode 2 and just because of crap, his name escapes me now, Misa dude. Anyway, it gets so much hatred just for that, and a lot of people overlook the brilliance of episode 1 and especially episode 3 in my opinion. The movies do not come close to the original trilogy episodes 4, 5 and 6, but they are still good. They have their own merit. Anyway, let's go on to the final helmet. This one is pretty unique. I really fucking love this helmet. It is so goddamn awesome. It's a Lando Calrissian's helmet. This helmet just speaks badass. And it shows you how far they will go with this helmet series. There's amazing textures on here. It feels a lot differently than the rest as well. And you have all the horns and teeth in the front here. It's so cool, this helmet. Some minor issues here, but that's something I can always remove myself, you know, from the molds of the plastic. Nothing special in the back. I don't know why, well, I guess it's obvious, but this helmet just always screams Ewok to me somehow. It's most likely the colors that it has. It's the details on top there. Very cool helmet. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, the second video in the Star Wars miniature helmet series. Some really cool helmets again. And I will see you guys in about 5 months for the next set of helmets. Stay real.